1, 2, the cut down. OnePlus 9 series, which has been getting a lot of pre-hype, and there's been some bombshell announcements with their partnership with Hasselblad. What does this mean? $150 million apparently invested over a period of time to really up the camera system on the OnePlus 9 series. Again, this isn't anything of leaks and rumors. This is stuff that is plastered all over OnePlus's social media, as well as with the influencers and the journalists that they're working with. So this is something that they're really putting out there because they want to kind of pre-stamp their authority in what is happening in the camera space. And we're going to look at some of the stuff that actually brings this in fruition and consideration. Shout out to Mr. Mobile, Michael Fisher. And it says OnePlus 9 teasers. Okay, some compelling features. 4K UHD 120 frames a second video on the IMX Sony 789 sensor with a panoramic view camera with a field of view of 140 degrees with sound perfect for the next roadmap trip. Okay, Hasselblad as expected seem mostly involved in the color tuning at this stage, but future hardware collaboration teased. Lord have mercy. Wow, okay. The product launch is going to be on the 23rd of March 2021, 2 p.m. UK time, Greenwich Mean Time GMT. 23rd, when is the 23rd? 23rd is exactly 2 weeks from today, and this is massive. I believe this is the first mobile phone that's able to do this is something I was expecting for the newer generation iPhone. So they're really trying to stamp their authority on the video aspect of it. If this is what they're saying, cinematic capture 4K 120, Lord, okay. And this is the official OnePlus Twitter. The future of mobile photography arrives on the 23rd. Experience of Sony, and they added Sony as well. IMX 786 sensor on there. Wow, okay. When a OnePlus 9 series device, notify me. Okay, see the rules. Hasselblad quiz. Complete the Hasselblad quiz for a chance to win a OnePlus 9 series. Now, obviously with Hasselblad, their history with their imaging, the fact that they're medium format cameras, as well as, you know, being able to be part of moon landing pictures, high definition images that came from space, the moon, different planets from Hasselblad is one of the things that they're pretty much teasing with. I do like the teaser. OnePlus 9 series. Okay, well, it says get a sneak peek of the high-end features that make the OnePlus 9 series our most powerful smartphone yet, as to no surprise.
In this entire landscape in one shot.
Okay, so they're teasing a camera right now, so they're going to be teasing stage by stage by stage. Okay, cool, I like that. Stay tuned for part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. 5 unique selling points. The lab OnePlus. I joined the lab. Okay, I might have to try and get onto the lab if I can get one, or maybe still get a review unit. So putting this out there, this is something that they've put, and this is something that they're showing, and they're highlighting this feature because off head, I do not believe there's any other smartphone, and I might be wrong, and I love to stand corrected, but I'm trying to keep up with all the camera comparisons that I do, all the smartphone video features that are out there, and I do believe this will officially be the first smartphone to do 4K UHD 120 frames a second. We don't know what the limitations are. We don't know what the recording limits are. We don't know whether it's doing it in true 120 frames a second, or it's conforming it down to 30 frames a second in camera and slowing it down. We don't know what the bit rate is. We don't know what the limitations are. We don't know what other additional crops. We don't know what they're doing. I do believe they're going to be using the new 888, and if the 888 does have the processing power to be able to decode and encode 4K UHD at 120 frames a second, and the sense that newer generation sensor, we don't know what details on it apart from the model number, whether it's the sensor size, the readout speed, whatever it is. There's so many things up in the air, and there's so many things to consider, but this is a big bold statement to put out there that this is cinematic video at 4K 120. A7S III users, watch out. The smartphone is going to replace your A7S III. I'm trolling. Don't bring your pitchforks to me. OnePlus holds a dear place in my heart for many reasons. I've talked about on previous episodes of the Tech and Chill show. I hope this pays off. Let me think positive, because this is the only real thing, and it's not because OnePlus do not make good cameras. The first impression given with OnePlus cameras are never good until they get better over time, because they are good with software updates and software support. But the problem is, once that first impression sticks in, it sticks in like a sore thumb, and the improvements, because the industry moves on so quick, they just get dampened on. So I hope this can be the first true sign of a proper, when I mean proper, a proper flagship smartphone experience on a camera for OnePlus. I really hope so. I really hope that now, because of where they crossed into the territory with the 8 Pro in terms of where the pricing is as a flagship phone, I really hope this Hasselblad partnership, which obviously now is down to the color tuning, and I'm guessing the HDR processing as well, I really do hope that they get this patterned up. I really hope they get this patterned up. That's my only concern. If they can do what Huawei did with the co-partnership and the co-engineering with Leica, and what they can bring with Hasselblad onto their platform hardware-wise, as well as really improving the software picture processing pipeline, the video as well, taking away weird limitations to 4K UHD 60 frames a second and putting unlimited recording through there, not a 5 limit. The 4K 120 seems interesting. There's a lot up in the air. This is the first time in a long while OnePlus are really like sticking their chest out and be like, yo, you guys want camera? You know, we're not just improving the camera, we are going the extra mile. And I really hope the long-term money spent on this partnership with Hasselblad, like what Huawei did with the co-engineering with Leica, which you're still using Sony sensors, I hope it pays off. I just want it to pay off, because everything else, to an extent, what OnePlus does in terms of the phone is really good. Haptics, display, build quality, software support, software speed, usability, ease of use as well for an Android phone, and also the feature sets that you get. But the camera, I don't want to beat it to the bush, because they do develop the camera processing better over time. But it's that first impression that sticks, and I really hope when this comes out, man, the first impression that sticks with this is that finally this is an out and right good camera. I don't want to hear anyone say Gcam. I don't want to ever hear anyone say that it needs major software updates over time. We just need it to be out of the gate so good that it not just competes, but in some ways it beats out. Already with the 4K 120, it beats out regardless on a factual level, because no other manufacturer is doing that for the video. But I really hope this works out for OnePlus, for me personally, because they've been in this for a while. This is 9th generation, not their 9th phone, but just 9th generation. They're getting into it now. They're stretching their legs into that. They're no more the newbie underdog, or they're going in balls deep now, as they call it. So I really hope this really starts to pay off. I'm going to say really a lot of times, because people say I say really a lot, but I want to emphasize that. And I want them to knock this out of the park, get this pattern, get this done, get to a place where we know when we think about OnePlus, it's no longer everything else is good but the camera. Just everything else, everything is good, period. And all they need to do is spread their availability in terms of where you can buy it, contract outright in retailers, whatever regions they are, and give people a fair chance to be able to get it. And no network carrier deals and partnerships, trust me, I've come from it. It's not that cut and dry and that straightforward. But if we can get to the point where that's the challenge next in terms of spreading the availability and what's out there, and not because this is missing, that's lacking and whatnot, yeah. But so far as an initial teaser, exactly 2 weeks from today, today's the 9th of March, 2 weeks from today, 23rd of March, let's see what's good. These are the initial teasers with the Sony IMX789 cinematic video capture in 4K UHD 120 frames per second on the OnePlus 9 series.